So I'm quite looking forward to this workout. Whoops. Just wrote it, and it's got a few good ones in it. So we're doing matrix format. Sorry about all the moving. You know, the hit zone workout. The baby is still asleep, so if you hear anything, she's got milk ready. She usually likes a bit of cheese in the morning, so I'll put that in front of her. She's not a massive eater first thing. Right, so the first round of exercises is a matrix format. This is going to be challenging. The focus at the start is going to be for building, for connecting to the TVA. And how we do this, we're going to use a, and think of a TVA, it wraps around from the back all the way around, acts like a corset. That's the foundation of strong abs. So if you hear me doing a noise, it's to tune into the TVA. I'm not going crazy. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. The exercise that we're going to do, we've got Russian twists. I'm going to use a 4 kilogram. Then we've got V-sit pulses. I'll be focusing on a TVA. Then we've got dead bugs, and then we've got knees up crunch. So the first round of exercises, you do 1, then you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4. And then that's round 1. So like minimal rest, and yeah, if you want to smash the abs, this workout's for you. Round 2, we have side plank clamshells, left side, right side. This is really good for rehab and strength of the pelvis. Helps with pelvic girdle pain. Then we've got kilogram side plank dips. So let's use the 10. It's a good amount of weight for that. Again, just challenging the strength of the core and pelvic girdle. Then we've got V6. So these rounds we do these pairs of exercises 3 times, as many reps as you can with good form. Then we've got single leg V-sit leg raises, and left side, right side. Then round 4 exercises back to back, 1 minute on each to finish. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Like, pervs, just fuck off, will you? Go and bother somebody else's YouTube, you weirdos. We've got bear crawl for a minute, hold. Then we've got single knee tucks, lying on our backs. Then left side to right side with a dumbbell, overs. Then weighted toe taps. So a lot of challenging exercises. Good morning. Hi from California. Hi from Scotland. Abs workout this morning. A few wee fannies on there. Algorithm caught them, so I shouldn't have even mentioned that. Anyway, I am only just up. It is 6:10.
Welcome.
Go for R5. No, we don't want reorg, we want hit zone. So if there's any of these exercises that they just don't agree with you, you don't feel the ab engagement very well, swap them for something else. So we're looking for hit zone. There we go. Starting with Russian twists. Morning, guys. This is an ab workout, just getting started. I'm a health and fitness trainer. Not going too loud because the baby's still asleep. But if you have any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab, we'll be answering them as we go. Russian twists, let's go. Feet flat to start, bending back, engaging the core. I love a twist. I don't do enough of them, hence why I'm bringing them in. So then we do that again and we add on V-sit pulses. Starting off nice and slow. Deep breaths. Tucking that tailbone under, rib cage stays tucked in. Enjoying the twist. It's also a chest opener. Morning, guys. You're strengthening your hip flexors as well, and you need strong hip flexors for a strong core. V-sit pulses. Doing them again, then we're adding on dead bug. 6 a.m, lucky lady, it's 10 p.m, and no, I've not done my painting. DJI. Russian twist. How often do we do a twist in our everyday life? It's usually the twisting movement when we injure our backs, throwing a bag up awkwardly, catching something. It's so important. V-sit. Oh, dead bug. Love this one. Simply effective. Should get no hip clicks. There we go. Great for diastasis recti. We're doing them 3 again. Hey guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. I am bloody boiling, by the way, already. Russian twists. Chest proud for the Russian twist. You can lift your knees up off the floor, your legs, sorry, if you find this too easy, but this is challenging enough. You are strengthening the hip flexors still. V-sit pulses. Knees, dead bug. There we go. Knees up crunch, one of my favourites. Get them hips off the floor to engage the lower core. Ribcage stays tucked in. Come down one vertebrae at a time in the lower body. Oh, now we're going to reverse everything. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. I'm on. What a lot of crap people talk. Right, reversing now. Knees up crunch. Any trolls and idiots will just get blocked. Exhale. Exhale as you're coming up. Squeeze the abs for a split second. Dead bug. Nice and safe for the neck. You shouldn't get any hip clicks when you're dead bugging. It's a sign of a core weakness or a breakdown in the core unit. V-sit pulses. Chest proud. Tucking that tailbone under. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Another like and subscribe if you want in exercise and nutrition, motivation and education. I'm a health and fitness trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. I've got 2 babies and I'm here to spread value, awareness, knowledge, that you don't have to live in pain. I specialise in rehab. Knocking the Russian twist off now. Knees up crunch. Told you it was a hard round. Lots of reps, lots of sets, lots of volume. Dead bug. Core's firing well now. Knocking off V-sit pulses. Good morning, guys. Join me on this ab workout. Oh, my hip flexors are ruined, but it means we can go into a good stretch after. Oh. Sorry about the lighting as well, if you notice that. I've just ordered some studio lights this morning. Knees up crunch again. Oh. We're knocking off V-sit pulses. You don't need to bring your legs all the way out either. Dead bug. Back flat. Core engaged. See if you can connect to that lower core. Again, you don't bring in your legs all the way out. Oh. Knocking them off. Then we finish with knees up crunch for round 1. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise and nutrition, back pain, rehab, core work. Any questions? I'm going to put a poll up as well after this. As many knees up crunch as you can. Round 2 is more focused on the obliques, the sides of the core, and deep muscles in the back. Sweet. Finish round 1. Side plank clamshells, body weight next. Left side, right side. Weighted side plank dips. So 3 rounds of these 3 exercises. Move that to the front. Good morning. Side plank clamshells are a really good rehab exercise. So engage the front of the core as well. Chest proud, hips forward. And I'm going a little bit higher than got a curve in the side of the core. Over to the other side. Elbow should be directly under the shoulder. It was hard getting motivated this morning, but I was like, no, it's just core. I like working core. Side plank dips. Morning. There's a lot of hate this morning, a lot of negativity. Why are people so pissed off today? What day are we on? Thursday morning. Guys, it's nearly Friday. Side plank dips. You don't have to do these weighted. So you're not just strengthening the sides of the stomach, the obliques, but you're also hitting a deep muscle in the back called the QL. That's responsible for back pain in a lot of people. Deep breaths. To the other side. Then we've got V-sit single leg raise for the TVA. Good. So this next exercise doesn't look much, but it's really effective if you're doing it right, which is a hard thing to do. So V-sit position, just like that, assisted, legs out, core engaged. Whoops, left side on. Tucking the tailbone under, and I've engaged the TVA. This is what this is for. Over to the side. being careful to be aware of any hip clicks. Good, rest, and we're going to do all that round again. Good morning, guys. Hi, Simus. How are we doing? I'm answering questions this morning, guys, on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'd love a like and a subscribe if you're wanting more education and motivation on health and fitness. Side plank clamshells, great rehab exercise for anyone with back pain, pelvic girdle pain, or if you've been pregnant, or if you just know you're weak in the hips, you get discomfort maybe. Over to the other side. Make sure you engage in the front of the core as well. This is an advanced ab session that we're doing this morning. Same again. New exercises. So we've got side plank dips, weighted. You don't have to have them weighted. Just build more muscle that way. Elbow directly under shoulder. Deep breaths. Thanks for the loves, guys. This is getting a lot of blood flow to the lower back as well. Good morning, guys. To the other side. That's heavy, that dumbbell. Have we got any questions on the core work? Oh. This next exercise is for the TVA. Single leg, V-sit, raise. Strengthening the hip flexors, but for the TVA and supporting everything. Morning, guys. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer, answering your questions as I'm training on all things health and fitness. So over to the other side now. Oh. I'm going to do all them round of exercises once more, and then round 2's done. Is that doing anything? I love your hair though. AJ, ab exercises are as effective as you make them. So some of the exercises like dead bug, and the one that I just did, doesn't look that much, does it? But what I'm trying to do is engage the TVA, a deepest muscle in the core that supports the back, your pelvic floor, and everything really, life. When you're walking, when you're breathing. Over to the side. So it's as effective as you make it. So it's not something that you get a burn for. So I like to pair those kind of exercises with the more effective one for gains. You should look at the core exercises as like a mix. Some are for your core looking good and some are for health. So the ones that you don't think that look very sexy, shall we say, for YouTube, are absolutely necessary for core strength, stability, health of the body. Some people get into the TVA through the planks. A lot of people undertrain the TVA though. Good question. I once did a workout on here that was just for the TVA, and I got a lot of comments. Well, that's not doing anything. Ignorant comments. But it's not very sexy looking when you're working at TVA. Single leg V-sit raise. Good morning. Welcome to my live. Hi guys, welcome. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning, building muscle. I'm a personal trainer of 12 years. I specialise in rehab. Any questions on back pain? V-sit. This is the left side only. This is the exercise we were just talking about. Doesn't look like much, does it? But I'm making it effective with my bracing of the core, and I'm tuning into the deepest core muscle called the TVA. So if you've been pregnant, or if you're a man who's got diastasis recti, ab separation, these are the rehab exercises that you need to do. Man or woman, diastasis recti can happen. Rest, I need a drink. New exercise. Bear crawl hold. So again, the bear crawl can look a bit boring, but I'm making it effective. So these next 4 exercises are a minute on each. Hands directly under the shoulders. You're just going to lift your knees up off the floor, tuck your tailbone under, core's engaged, rib cage is tucked in, and I'm engaging the TVA. Making sure my stomach's not being pushed out. I do not enjoy the bear crawl. But for that deepest muscle, that TVA, it's totally necessary. You can see how weak it is. It's just failing. Of course, you could do the bear crawl without properly engaging anything and just hold it with the arms and legs. But again, I'm making it as effective. On the back next, with single leg knee tucks, again, TVA conscious. So we're looking for no hip clicks. If you're getting hip clicks, then you're not engaging the core properly. You can have a poke around as well, make sure everything's engaging as it should. Any weaknesses that you're aware of, put your fingers on your stomach there. Halfway. Oh, fucking hell. Really trying to focus on the abs. Weighted toe taps to finish. So this is obviously superficial core work, building the size and the look of the six-pack muscle, the rectus abdominis. Good morning, guys. Legs up as straight as you can. Trying to touch your toes with the dumbbell or your hands. Last minute. Pushing that back flat into the ground. Trying to come down with control. All the way down, head to floor. Wow. My goodness. I can barely keep my legs up. Finishing it though. Oh. This is going to have my abs sore for days. Oh, this workout, not exercise. These are meant to be toe taps, and I can't even reach them. Done. Damn it, I thought that was my final. Did I miss one? Let's do Russian twist, because I don't do much of them, do I? Oh, and I forgot to start my Fitbit. Damn. Right, last minute. Moving in for a good stretch. Chat's quiet today, even this morning. That's halfway. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm enjoying the stretch I get in at the hips here. Oh wow. 9, 8, come on, 7, 3. Oh, done. That was so challenging in a good way. Throughout that workout, I noticed that my TVA did engage really well, and then about halfway through, I'm guessing due to fatigue, it switched off a bit. Let me just raise you guys up. Whoops. So I can speak. I'll put this bit down. Good morning. Hello, welcome to my live. Hi guys, good morning. So I just worked very challenging core workout. Oh, I still feel so fatigued, like the stomach ache. Let's put a poll up. Whoops. Let's put a poll up. How to work all 6 core muscles effectively. So I've put a poll up. I'd love your response in that. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, toning, building muscle. Hi Sengiz, 2 votes. Any negativity just get blocked. Thanks for voting. So my question is, the question I've asked this morning: do you know how to work all 6 core muscles effectively? So we've just finished an abs workout. So obviously, to have good abs, you want to build the muscle underneath the abs, and then if you've got quite a bit of body fat on top of the abs, you want to be in a calorie deficit. But if you train the abs with just doing like loads and loads of crunches, you're missing out on proper core engagement. So even in my 20s, I wasn't engaging my core properly before I had children. But over time, this can cause ab separation. And when you're coughing and sneezing, your organs can start to push out because of that. There's a lot of pissed off people this morning. You're not getting to me, door. Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. Let's get into. So when we when we work the abs, we're also working the hip flexor muscles. So if you sit at a desk all day, you're going to have tight hip flexors, right? So ab work is really good for that. Now, the problem with tight hip flexors, they pull on the pelvis and can cause back pain. So to stretch off the hip flexors, right angle in the front leg, and then hips forward. You should feel a stretch here. I'm just going to hold that. People don't hold the stretches for long enough. I can't believe the baby's not awake yet. Oh, she's got milk there waiting and everything. Good morning. I love a like and subscribe. I'm here answering any of your questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'm a health and fitness trainer. pushing your hips into the ground. And you should feel a discomfort here. You can either rock side to side. You want to hold it for, like if you are really tight there, I'm just maintaining muscle, maintaining flexibility. But if you are really tight there, you want to hold it for at least a minute with warmth. Don't expect to get into some good flexibility if you're weak there. And what I will say, if you're trying to build on flexibility of the hip flexors, if it's an issue, you also need to work on strength, and that's why I mentioned. So think about getting warm. Good morning, guys. Let's have a look at the pole. I'm going to go into an ab stretch next. Hi, Abby. Good morning. How are you doing this week? So someone's asked, what do I mean about working on 6 core muscles effectively? So you could do your crunches all day long and just have an overactive rectus abdominis, which is a 6-pack muscle. Problem with this is that the internal and external obliques, the sides of the core, get weak, as does the TVA muscle, the deepest core muscle that attaches from the back, acts like a corset and holds everything in. And then that can cause a whole host of problems, one being back pain, pelvic floor dysfunction, pelvic girdle pain, many. Morning. Okay, let's ask a new question. Thanks for voting. Right, let's ask a new poll. Oops, I think that's a baby awake. What do you struggle with the most for fat loss addition? Exercise consistency, nutrition, and knowing what to eat, habits, mindset. Mindset's the next one. Mindset is a prerequisite to long-term fat loss. Let's have a look what people think. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning. Back pain and rehab is what I specialise. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher as well. I'm a health and fitness professional. So if you've got any questions, if you're struggling, I've just put a poll up. I'd love for you to vote. So I've asked, what do you struggle with the most for fat loss we're talking about? Because I know like loads of people have got, you should be trying to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, right? Body recomposition. So it's kind of a trick answer, the first one, exercise consistency. So if you're looking to lose fat, you should be exercising at least once a week. And when I talk about exercise, I'm talking about strength training to preserve the muscle that you've already got. But fat loss doesn't come from exercise. The more efficient and stronger you get, the less you burn from exercise. And but what is interesting, I thought it would be a lot higher. Nutrition and your habits are what equals fat loss. But obviously you need mindset as well to work through the trial and error process. Never give up. See failure as a learning curve. Morning, guys. So nobody has voted for habits. And when I'm talking about habits, I'm talking about food habits, being mindful of steps, having good habits at the weekend. We're not looking for perfection. We're just looking, it's you versus you not trying. 10 votes so far. Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. So I'm a health and fitness trainer. Answering your questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. Just getting into a few stretches. We did a very challenging core workout there where we worked all 6 ab muscles. So 6 ab muscles I'm talking about is a rectus abdominis, internal and external obliques, and the TVA, 6 altogether if you count both sides. And if you want a strong back and to reduce back pain, you should be doing core work. Got a very tight right calf muscle. I'm just getting into that there. I do a lot of jumping in my workouts. Morning, guys, and if you want in exercise and nutrition education, no BS approach. There's a lot of misinformation out there. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just spreading awareness and teaching you the truth. So like and subscribe if you want to learn. So again, people for fat loss, if that is your main focus, you should be getting in one strength training session a week. Let me know if you're not sure what that is. And then all your other efforts should be placed on increasing your step count and managing your food with protein and whole foods, right? Quality of foods. And how do we know that we're eating well? The food must contain fibre, as much nutrition. Whenever I'm having a snack or a food, it's always giving my body something. If I fancy a protein bar, if I fancy a bit of chocolate, I'll go to a protein bar rather than just grabbing a chocolate bar that's just giving me sugar. It's an anti-nutrient. It costs more energy to digest. It doesn't give my body anything, anti-nutrient. So if I fancy chocolate or something sweet, most of the time, like 90-odd%, I can't even remember the last time I bought a chocolate bar. The protein bars are that good now. There's no reason to buy chocolate. So the food industry must have taken a hit on chocolate bars, with protein bars coming on so well. And of course, Joe Wicks slagging off protein bars being ultra processed. I don't think we've got an epidemic of people becoming overweight and unhealthy and getting all these diseases from eating too many protein bars. Need I say more? Morning guys, welcome to my live. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness trainer. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab. Just finished a core workout and I'm just doing some stretches as I talk to you guys. Deep breaths. And you can dip in and out. So I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher as well. So I do bring a mix into my workouts, taking a holistic approach to health and fitness. So you can dip in and out of a straight leg in Uttanasana to get into the hamstrings. You can hold it for a moment. That one decompresses the spine, elongates everything, really good for throughout the day and last thing at night. Morning guys, welcome to my live. Hi from Scotland. I'm gonna sneeze every time in the morning. I don't know what it is. Okay, what else was I gonna ask? Let's ask about what exercise type is more effective for fat loss goals. Cardio, strength training, which is also resistance training, Pilates, yoga. Out of them three, let's add a new poll. I do like the polls. I'm enjoying the polls. Hi Aslam. Good morning guys. 2 votes so far. So my poll, I've just put up what exercise type is more effective for fat loss goals, and we'll get into it. So nobody so far has put cardio. Oh, there we go. I love using polls, guys. It's really interesting to see what the population's thinking. Strength training's taken a... Morning guys, I'm a health and fitness professional here educating, sharing value as I'm exercising. I've just finished my workout, so I'm just talking to you guys. Okay, so we've got 6 votes so far. I'd love a vote on my poll. So my poll is, what exercise type is more effective for fat loss goals? So when you're trying to lose fat, you don't just want to lose fat, right? You want to feel good. You want it to happen in the background as you live your life, so you don't have to sacrifice everything. And you're wanting to keep muscle. Otherwise, if you lose all the fat and lose muscle at the same time, which is most quick diets, weight loss jabs, you're going to be left feeling weak, just no shape to you at all, no tone, no strength, and that increases risk of disease, not having much muscle. So when I've asked what type of exercise is more effective for fat loss goals, cardio is a good tool to use, depending on the type of cardio, if it's HIIT or steady state, like long form cardio, but it can increase cravings and hunger cardio, so it can counteract that. Cardio, of course, isn't for building muscle, and strength training or resistance training is the most effective for fat loss. Doesn't increase appetite in most study groups, preserves muscle, which is hard to keep and build if without it. Strength training slash resistance training. I'm talking about weight training. And yoga and Pilates, now if you're a brand new exerciser, hi from Aram, hi from Scotland. If you're a brand new exerciser, all the stimulus is brand new, so whatever you do, you can build muscle. And obviously, Pilates and yoga is good for the longevity of fat loss, and it calms the nervous system, keeps you on track, reduces stress, etc. But yeah, the most effective way, thanks for voting, to lose fat, you want to have strength training alongside it. Okay, I've got a new one. New poll, guys. What should you focus on most to lose fat? Okay, food, calories, exercise, mindset. This could be a mix, couldn't it? And then calories out / steps. Start the poll. I have a spinal cord injury. I can't walk. Oh, sorry, I'm not a physio. I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole. I'm a personal trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher. I'd definitely go and see a physio. You're probably working with one already. That's probably a joke comment. Right, so my poll, I've asked. I'm gonna sneeze. My poll, I've asked, what should you focus on most to lose fat? Again, 50% of people have said exercise. So to lose fat, you shouldn't be concentrating on exercise. This is a problem that I get. And I, in my 20s, also did this. I was wanting to lose fat, didn't even think about muscle, and I just exercise. Didn't really know what I was doing in the gym. Exercise doesn't bring fat loss, okay? So stop wasting your time spending all the hours under the sun in the gym. It should be better spent in, let's have a look. So I've asked on the poll, what should you focus on most to lose fat? Food / calories has got 9%, which is very interesting, right? Actually, calories in. Exercise, people put too much weight, especially these tell you that you're burning all these calories under the sun through your but it's not accurate at all. Mindset, well, you need a good mindset. That is a prerequisite for long-term fat loss and for keeping you on track and for keeping you resilient, and you do need a positive mindset. If you think you're not going to succeed in fat loss, you won't. And only 8%, I'm going to screenshot that poll, it's so interesting. Only 8% have said about habits. Calories out and steps. So the two things for fat loss you need to do is to manage your food. So if you're overeating, you're not going to lose fat, are you? And the other thing, when you think about it logically, the other thing to lose fat is calories out and steps, your expenditure, calories in, calories out. But only 8% of people have voted there. Obviously, you need a good mindset and you should have a bit of exercising, but fat loss isn't coming from exercise and mindset. Bit of a trick question though. 6 to 6 exercise 5 times a week. What do you do in the gym? Morning, guys. Welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, toning, building muscle. I've got a poll. I'd love for you to vote on my poll. Interesting to see what guys are thinking. Those that have, are people confused when it comes to fat loss? That are watching, I know people, the general population are confused. Has anybody got any specific questions? I'm a personal trainer, 12 years experience. I'm booking my appointment today for laser eye surgery. Has anybody had it done who's watching? Be interesting to know how it went. Laser eyes. I keep telling everybody I'm getting laser eyes. Laser eyes. Do you want no gym, just lift at home? Me too. I would love to go to gym. Well, actually, I'm going to the gym today. I get to go once a week. Again, it's the mindset. I get to go. I don't have to go. No gym, just lift at home. Stairs at work. Keep it up. It's great. You don't need a gym at all. I do like to treat myself to a gym session once a week, I'd say. Right, so 19 votes on my poll. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on health, fitness, fat loss and toning, building muscle. My name's Leanne. I'm here to bring value to the internet, science-based. There's a lot of crap on the internet. Oh, I know what we should ask. Right. This is a good one. Can stress make your body cling to fat? This is interesting. I'm well excited to see what people vote for this one. After workout, always feels better. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I was like groggy this morning. I got up at 5:30 and went live at I think it was like 6:05. But yeah, I felt like that. I feel a lot better now. Four votes so far. Again, right, so guys, vote on my poll. I'm really interested to see what stuff you're taking in on the internet. Can stress make your body cling to fat? That's misinformation. So stress, cortisol, hormone, cortisol, you get that a lot. Especially women are getting told not to do HIIT training because it increases cortisol. Good night. Thank you. Cortisol increasing in a workout isn't a bad thing. Cortisol spikes during the day like are needed for you to react, for you to save your child from falling, from you getting up in the morning. Exercise is a little bit stressed. Exercise is a little bit stressful, and cortisol's needed to get through it. Nothing has your body cling to fat. There's no such thing as a starvation mode. It's all calories in, calories out. It's all calorie deficit. The only way that stress and cortisol can have you gain weight is your behaviors around it. How do you deal with high stress situations? If you overeat and just go to sleep, if you're able to sleep, that's how cortisol. So this is valuable information, guys, and there's like idiots on the spamming. How do I block this free freak? Ah, there we go. Right, put user in timeout. 24 hours. Bye. That's better. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I'd love you to vote on my poll, guys. Does anyone have any questions on nutrition? So I've just asked the question, can stress make your body cling to fat? Stress being the hormone cortisol. It can make you feel like, if you have gone through menopause, if you're over a certain age, and you start to gain weight for the first time around your stomach area, that's because instead of gaining fat where you would normally, as a female, you can gain it like in the safer areas around your butt, your thighs, right? Because cortisol and estrogen are changing. You can it tells your body where to store fat. I can't even speak. That can change. It can make you think that cortisol is having you gain weight, but in reality your fat distribution is changing, is what I was trying to say. So stress, so think of it this way: how stressed are they in Africa, starving to death, but they're still starving? Doesn't matter. And yeah, those populations who are starving have the highest amount of cortisol in the body, and the body still doesn't cling to fat. That's how we know this. It's common sense, but I tell you what, the influencers on the internet that are getting paid, definitely can convince you. You know, the argument sounds good. Beef and eggs. What are you talking about? Good morning, guys. Welcome to my live. There's a lot of freaks on this morning, isn't there? Morning from the UK. I'm a health and fitness trainer. Promotes rapid healing. What does? Oh, beef and eggs. You know why that is? Because of the protein content. There's nothing magical about that. Oh, yesterday I learned that somebody was on an egg. What was it? Egg and soup diet. I don't even think it was any of these diets that are just so restrictive. God's sexist, you're just spouting misinformation. I don't jog. I do HIIT training. These eyelashes are real. Hey guys, welcome to my live. I'm speaking English, so I have no idea what that says. So please vote on my poll. I'd love a vote. Can stress make your body cling to fat? Just putting people in timeout as well. So 27 votes. Thanks for voting, guys. So 28 votes. People are believing that stress makes your body hold on to fat. This isn't true. This is misinformation that you've taken in from the internet. This is how powerful it is. Got any tips on getting out of bed early to exercise, please? I really struggle. So if that's your only time to exercise in the morning, because I want to first know why you want to exercise in the morning. Why? I have loads of tips. So it will be hard at first. It's kind of like exercising when you don't want to. That when you start to do something when you don't want to, you don't go by your emotions, that's when you've cracked it. To see it as a challenge. Start off with something small. Don't think you've got to get an hour in. 10 minutes, few push-ups, few squats, few lunges, shoulder press, 2 sets gets you off to. I exercise, like if I could, I'd exercise every day in the morning, not for building muscle, losing fat, etc. Right? I would exercise every morning if I could, to clear, like, mental clarity, productivity, getting through your to-do list, sets you up for the day. It's not hanging over your head. There's so many benefits to exercising in the morning, but start off small. Don't think you've got to get an hour in, because like trying to get up at 6 a.m. when you normally get up at 7 or 8, thinking that you want to get an hour a session in, and build it like a habit as well. So have a reward afterwards. So make sure that you don't have a shower and you enjoy your shower after you've exercised. You have a really nice breakfast. I don't know if you've got kids or your lifestyle. You must do yoga, buddy. So I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher, guys. Good morning, guys. So we're talking about stress just now on the poll. Many people believe that stress makes your body cling to fat. It's misinformation. Frank's comment. Oh, funny. Right. Does stress, the cortisol hormone, make your body cling to fat? Answer is no, guys. It doesn't. It's misinformation you've taken from the internet. You need to be in a calorie deficit. The only way that stress can increase your body fat is if you're eating the food and moving less. Oh, there's a change. Thanks for voting, guys. Morning, welcome to my live. My name's Leanne. I'm a health and fitness professional. I stretch and then 20 push ups gets my blood pumping, then work, shower, eat. That's brilliant. It's about setting your day off with a positive for your goals. So, who do you want to be in life? Do you want to be this overweight, lazy, unproductive failure in life? Or do you want to be the healthiest and fittest version of yourself? Do you want to have a healthy brain? Do you want to enhance other people's lives and bring value to other people? And how would that person act? Maybe they get up instead of 8 o'clock, rushing around. There's a lot to be said getting up a little bit early, even just 15 minutes early, setting yourself up for the day, and instead of playing catch up and rushing around like a dickhead all morning, even just getting up 15 minutes earlier and just sitting like with the peace and quiet with a coffee, setting your intentions for the day, having to think about how you want to come across. My name's Leanne. No problem, Sissy Bar. Give us a like and subscribe if you're wanting more fitness and health tips. I'm a personal trainer, and I've just put up a poll. Can stress make your body cling to fat? 70% think yes. Hi, Frank. She has an awesome accent. She's got to have a lot of female jealousy coming her. I mostly get men, to be honest. Men. There's not actually, most of my watchers are men. I think there's more men on the internet, to be honest. Hi guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, and rehab. But in daily life, I get jealousy from females quite a lot, yeah. But I just tune it out now. Sorry, I'm speaking English. 39 votes. Guys, vote on my poll. I'd love a like and subscribe if you want in motivation and education, science-based approach, all the newest information. Yes, my eyelashes are real. My father was Moroccan. 41 votes. Hey guys, I'd love a like and subscribe. Building my channel. Hey, can you see my name on your cell phone screen? Yeah, Ed Reco. Thanks, GP. Morning, morning. Morning, guys. Is anyone trying to lose fat and struggling this morning? Right, I've got 2 children. I'm going to have to do this school run. But I'm back live. It'll be a full body mix, but I'll add a few lower body exercises in to Friday night's workout. What's that comment? Are you married or have men screwed up yet again? I'm not married. I've got a partner though. He's my moderator. He's not on this morning. Must be sleeping. So he's let a lot of wee freaks get into the. Yes, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds to reach my weight goal. And what approach are you taking, GP? What approach? How are you losing fat? I think it's definitely worth investing in a coach if you're brand new, because there's a lot of guessing behind if you've not really got much exercise and nutrition and mindset experience. Hat tip to your partner. If you've not got much exercise experience, you're just going to be going around in circles for a bit. Not really knowing what to do, where best to place your effort. So a coach is good for that. Don't get me wrong, you can do it on your own, but having that validation and reassurance that, okay, the scales haven't moved this week, that's okay. You had high carbs or you had a steak Saturday night and it's still digesting, and there's a lot to be said for that, just having that reassurance. Intermittent fasting and water fasting and whole foods, no processed stuff. So that's a good approach. Would work for um, short term with the intermittent fasting I'm focused on just now. I've lost a lot already. Was 380 now. That's amazing. So that's really working for you. So I don't want you to think that you've got to commit to intermittent fasting for the rest of your life, GP. Um, Intermittent fasting usually causes overeating. But if it's bringing you a calorie deficit, if you were eating 3,000 calories and you fasting 2,000, you're going to lose fat, right? Are you strength training on top of that? Because that would be amazing if you were. Um, but usually, like fasting causes overeating because it's too restrictive, and the normal byproduct, yeah, the normal what word am I looking for? Normal response to over restriction is overeating. So when you do overeat, don't give yourself shit for it. Draw a line under it, learn from it, what happened, and leaving it too long in between meals can cause overeating as well and cravings. Um, but yeah, it sounds like you're being pretty sensible. Whole foods, no processed stuff. I wouldn't even say you need to be no processed food stuff, just minimal processed foods. Just being mindful of it. But well done on the loss. That's incredible. I would start turning your focus to strength training if you haven't already. I'm trying to get to 160. I've eventually become addicted to working out. I feel miserable or off if I skip too many days. Now, Bob, I hear you. um, if you struggle with that, having one day off a week, um, you can train 7 days a week, but just do different stuff. So your day off could be giving back to your body and doing yoga and getting good at yoga, Pilates, getting stretched. See, because you can't work out uh, every day and expect never to get an injury. So if your day off, when you're trying to force yourself to stay off, if you focus on doing like a yoga class and working on your flexibility, it's going to help assist the rest of your lifts. But I totally get it because especially when you exercise in the morning, it brings a lot of mental clarity, focus. You're able to do deep, focused work, productivity. Your quality of your work, your cognition, your memory. It's all improved, and um, did I say productivity? Yeah, energy levels. So then to have a day off from that, I totally get it. It's the mindset, but studies are coming out now that just doing something in the morning, 10 reps, 10 push-ups, 10 lunges, 10 squats, 10 pull-ups, 10 shoulder press, set you up for the day, to get that bit of buzz. But yeah, obviously, like part of growing and getting stronger, you need that rest and recovery. Over a year now. Well done, GP. I cut out candy and sodas. I cut out alcohol. That was a big thing for me. Well, how do you camera doing that? It's AI. This is my job. I was 168, but being off new lifestyle routine. Well done. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't work out, just walking. I definitely start to work on the skill of strength training, GP. Um, because you're going to build muscle really easily and really fast because all the stimulus is new. So one full body strength training, resistance training workout a week is going to bring you incredible results. So literally just a set of like squats I would have you build muscle in your lower body pretty fast. um Hi Ionis. But just to concentrate on losing fat, the reasons why you want to build muscle, right? It takes care of every disease there is. It increases your quality of life, um, gives you that toned look, increases strength, reduces risk of osteoporosis, looks after your bone health, and you want to look and feel good as you're losing weight, right? And to keep it off, because it increases your metabolic rate a little bit as well, so you burn more calories at rest. So every pound of muscle that you have, you roughly burn an extra 15 calories. It's not much. Some people would have you believe it's like 50, but that's not true. I drink gallons of water every day too. I cut all sodas. Well done. Hey, you ever told me I did. It's Leanne. Right, guys, thanks for voting on my poll. So I'd ask, can stress make body cling to fat? This is misinformation from the internet. It cannot. The only way that stress can make your body gain fat is from your behaviors. Oh, thank you. Yes, I need to build muscle again. I lost some from fasting. That's the only thing with fasting as well, other than the overeating thing. Protein gives you a little bit of um, it stimulates muscle a little bit, protein, eating it, I mean. And if you're fasting for that length of time, you're not gonna saturate that protein synthesis response as much, are you? But something just to be mindful of. Maybe you should move over to time restricted eating instead. To just stopping after your last meal and having breakfast in the morning, not being a bit more like that, rather than because uh, fasting's extremely restrictive, and of course, like you've got a life to live and stuff like that. You're not going to go out and enjoy life as much if because a lot of social events are around food, right? But you're not going to go to your friend's wedding because um, you're fasting. Do you know what I mean? Right, guys, thanks so much for voting on the poll. There it is there, 54 votes. Thank you very much. Can stress make body cling to fat? Yes said 8%, no said 20. Those that are right are the no's. Your body cannot cling to fat from high cortisol unless it's extremely high from Cushing syndrome. You see that a little bit in that, but that's most of the people don't have that. So yeah, I hope this helped. Give a like and subscribe if you wanted more fitness, no BS approach.